Hello and welcome to Championship Sunday here at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of your Everett Merchants. Your Merchants playing the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks here tonight to determine the championship of the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. To lead things off, Patrick Chung playing second base for your Merchants today. DH earlier, but due to an Austin Hawk short shoulder, he will lead it off, and a single into right field will start the game on the right foot. A Merchants leadoff single for Patrick Chung, and Austin Hawk comes up to try to drive him ahead. What a way to start for your Merchants here tonight. Patrick Chung leads it off. He's followed by Austin Hawk, Sam Linscott, and Bryce Peterson. Jackson Swim, Riley Parker, Kobe Blunt, and Diego Altamirano will follow them. And in the 9-hole, Max Nealon. The starting pitcher for the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks is Cam Walker. Cam looks in and delivers. Bunt shown, he pulls back and takes ball one. One to know the count to Austin Hawk. This is a bunted ball, foul. And the count will go to 1-1. It's a loud, packed ballpark here tonight in Grand Forks. Aaron Kemp behind the plate. 1-1 Austin Hawk, looking to get ahead early in this one. Merchants won 10-0, or 11-1 rather, ahead of the Studs in a 7-inning Mercy Rule game. That ball back very lazily. And Chung able to dive back in time. Merchants looking to defend their championship at this tournament. And another pickoff move, this one high and not in time, and we'll do it again. Austin waiting for the pitch. Here's the 1-1. Bunt shown. He'll pull back and take a ball. And the count goes to 2-1. Two and one to Austin Hawk. Hitting .295 on the season. He had a big night, or big morning, and this pitch pulls back. 3-1 the count on Austin Hawk. Merchants starting things off well with Sam Linscott and Bryce Peterson in the on-deck circle. Early moments of this ball game. Here's the pitch, bunt shown, and Austin Hawk will take a walk. Two base runners with nobody out here in the top of the first inning for your Merchants. Merchants losing the coin toss. Goldpanners electing to be the home team in this ball game. And Sam Linscott gets some instruction from head coach Harold Pyatt before he climbs up into the plate. Jared Maxfield will get the start for your Merchants. Like to get him some run support as early as possible. Linscott likely to bunt here. Walker checks his runners. And here's the pitch. Bunt shown, and he whiffs. Did he commit? He did, says the first base umpire. And the count goes to 0-1. Harold Pyatt can't believe it out of the dugout, arguing that he did not offer, but alas, he did. 4 umpire crew here tonight with an ump at every bag. 0-1 the count to Linscott. Bunt shown. He gets it down. It's a good one right to the pitcher. It'll move the runners ahead. A sacrifice bunt by Sam Linscott moves everybody ahead. 1-3 the putout, and both runners advance, putting runners on second and third with Bryce Peterson up to the plate. New Merchants joined in tournament season.
Baseman number 23, Bryce Peterson.
I'd like to thank you all for watching here. Thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. 0-0 the count, or rather no count. Bryce Peterson with 1 out. Peterson took the loss in yesterday's game. He gets the last guy. He'll get a base hit here, driving in at least a run. Austin Hawk gets the stop sign. An RBI single will drive in Patrick Chung, and your Merchants lead by a score of 1-0 early in this ball game. 1-0 the score will bring up the team leader in slugging percentage and batting average, Jackson Swim, with runners on the corners and 1 out.
Number 37, Jackson Swim.
Jackson Swim will take a practice hack, step out of the box, and come back in. Runners get their leads. Houck at third, Peterson at first, and a called strike at the knees will start the count for Jackson Swim. Riley Parker on deck, followed by the left fielder Kobe Blunt. Infield medium depth, time called. And Jackson Swim finally gets a time call acknowledged. He had issues with that in the last time they played the Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. Taken out. No, it catches the outside of the zone. Swim doesn't like it, but the count will go to 0-2. As mentioned, Jackson Swim having a spectacular season. 360 batting average, and that's a couple of games old, as he's been on a tear the last few games, leading the team in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and OPS. Here's the pitch. Swung on, laced up the middle, and it takes a really weird hop. And they're going to send Hawk back. Harold Pyatt is out arguing. They're saying that ball hit the umpire, and that's interference. That shouldn't have scored the runner, but he was at third base. That run scores every time. They're going to send Austin Hawk back, give a base hit to Jackson Swim. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Harold Pyatt can't believe it. I don't blame him. He's going to get himself thrown out if he's not careful. And I don't blame him. Wow, what a call.
For those of you who are confused, like Tom Blair, that play, the ball is immediately dead when it struck the umpire. It's recorded as a base hit for the batter, and everybody else stays where they are.
That's the strangest play I've ever seen. I can't say I've ever seen that. But here we go. Bases loaded, 1 out. Riley Parker at the plate. Here's the pitch from Walker. It's low and away. Merchants will head back to Washington, back to the States for the remainder of the season tomorrow, or rather tonight after this ball game, after a 2-week stint in Canada. This pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Bases loaded, 1-1 the count to Riley Parker. Cam Walker checks his runners. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, and it gets away. A passed ball will move everybody up. 2-1 the count, and the Merchants score again. For a moment, it looks like he was going to send the runners back again, but he did not. Riley Parker with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 3-1.
Now batting for the Everett Merchants is the shortstop, number 44, Riley Parker.
Apologize for giving the Goldpanners the score on our scoreboard. That should now reflect the accurate score, 2-0 Merchants. Cam Walker checks his runners. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for a ball, and the bases will load. Kobe Blunt comes to the dish with 1 out and the bases loaded.
The left fielder, number 8, Kobe Blunt. There's 1 away.
Kobe Blunt up to the dish. 216 hitter on the year playing left field. As Bryce Peterson had become a bit of an issue on defense out in left field, and Kobe Blunt's an excellent bat. Harold and the lineup moved Peterson to third base, or first base rather, and Kobe Blunt out to left. This ball is hit up the middle. Caught on a hop, the tag in the runner. He's out at first. It's a 4-3 double play. And he apparently got the runner at first base. That'll end the side, but the Merchants score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 2 aboard. We head to the bottom of the first inning, and Jared Maxfield looks to get another excellent start. He's been excellent in tournament play. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to Kamloops. Your Merchants lead by a score of 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Alaska will be led off by Griffin McCormick. And he'll face Jared Maxfield. Maxfield having an excellent season. This pitch is fouled away. And the count will start at 0-1. Maxfield, a 1.48 ERA. This pitch fouled away. 7 games, 7 appearances, 5 starts. 5 starts leads the team. 3-0 record and 30.1 innings pitched leads the team in all of those statistical categories. 24 hits allowed, 8 runs, only 5 of them earned. 36 strikeouts, leads all qualified pitchers with 10.68 Ks per 9. This ball is lifted down the line. Out goes Max Nealon. He's taking a peek, and he'll run out of room at the fence, and we'll do it again. Griffin McCormick is a .233 hitter on the year, playing first base today. Merchants looking to defend their title here at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. A reminder, after your Merchants play this ball game, they will return to the States and return to Everett on Tuesday. This ball is lifted to center, but Sam Linscott's there, and he'll make the play for out number 1. I'll bring up Colin Runge. Everett will return to Everett on Tuesday, and they will play They will host the Highline Bears for a PIL matchup at 7:05 at Everett Memorial Stadium. They will then travel to Port Angeles on Thursday to face the Lefties at 6:35. Maxfield looks in, gets his sign. He has been dominant in tournament play this year. This pitch lifted to left. In comes Kobe Blunt on a trot. He's got it. Makes the two-handed grab for out number 2. You know Kobe Blunt had a little bit of issues tracking the ball when he makes the catch with 2 hands. He mentioned earlier that if he ever uses 2 hands, he had a moment where he had no idea where the ball was. So, bit of issues tracking the ball there, perhaps. And Cole Carter up the 3-hole hitter with 2 outs and nobody on for the Alaska Goldpanners. Center fielder hitting 195 on the year. Here's the wind and the pitch from Maxfield. Swung and lifted sky high. The catch is over, taking a peek. Altamirano will let it go. It's well out into the bullpen for a long strike number 1. Maxfield working efficiently through 6 pitches with 2 outs and a strike on Cole Carter. Blake Porter on deck, followed by Aaron Kim, should they be necessary. Here's the pitch from Maxfield. Lifted sky high. Altamirano back. He's looking up. And it's off the ceiling directly above us, and the count goes to 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count on Cole Carter. Merchants wearing their black tops, white pants, and white lettering. Goldpanners in their gray pants, red tops with black lettering or blue lettering rather, and yellow trim. Navy blue lettering on their tops. Here's the pitch. It's a little high, says the home plate umpire, and we'll go again. Maxfield's checking the signs. He gets one he likes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul back, and we'll go again. Maxfield working quite well early in this ball game. The Merchants pitchers were behind, or the Merchants pitching staff a little bit behind the 8 ball with a couple rain delays, causing their pitchers to go not as deep as they wanted to, as this pitch is lifted to left. Well hit ball. Kobe Blunt running out of room, but he's at the warning track, and he'll make the catch. We'll return to that thought here in just a moment, but first, we'll take a quick break. 1, 2, 3, go the Goldpanners. When we return, the bottom, or 8, 9, and 1 up for your Merchants. Diego Altamirano, Max Nealon, and Patrick Chung when we come back. You're watching Merchants Baseball in the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament Championship game here on Championship Sunday. Welcome back. Diego Altamirano climbs in the top of the second inning. 2-0 Merchants lead. And the first pitch is swung on, a chopper right to the first baseman. He'll take it himself for out number 1. And Diego Altamirano is retired. 9-hole hitter Sam Linscott, or excuse me,
The third baseman,
Max
number
Nealon
11,
up.
Max Nealon.
Max Nealon up to the plate. The lanky third baseman climbs in. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He'll pull back and take a strike. Only 10 pitches for Jared Maxfield in the first inning. It was an excellent inning as his pitch was fouled away. Count goes to 0-2 on Nealon. Max will be followed by Patrick Chung in the on-deck circle. Playing second base to give Hawk's arm a break. Here's the pitch. It's a line bouncing ball, one hopper to third. The throw over is nearly late, but in time to retire Max Nealon. 2 outs in the inning. It'll bring up leadoff man Patrick Chung.
Top of the order, the second baseman, number 12, Patrick Chung.
Chung digs in. 1 for 1 tonight with a run scored. He singled on the first pitch of the game. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's taken outside for a called strike. Apparently not outside. Chung would be followed by Austin Hawk. The two have led off almost every game this season. A big swing and a miss. A whiff on a breaking ball. Cam Rocker able to locate that pitch well and disguise it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a lifted ball, but right to the right fielder. On a spot, he'll make the catch. And now we'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Merchants. When we come back, Jared Maxfield will look to keep his clean night going. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back. Blake Porter to lead off the inning, center fielder for the us Goldpanners, facing Jared Maxfield. Threw only 10 pitches in the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away, and the count will go to 1-0. Maxfield working from ahead in this game. Here's the pitch. It's low and away for ball 1. It's only the second ball Maxfield's thrown all game. Here's the pitch. It's away as well. 2-1 the count. Blake Porter will be followed by Aaron Kim and the designated hitter, Brian Nakagawa. Bryant Nakagawa, my apologies. Here's the pitch. It's low. 3-1 the count. Maxfield waits. Here's the pitch. 3-1 is grounded over to Hawk. He plays it on a hop. Throw over in time to Peterson for the first out of the inning. A 4-3 ground out on 5 pitches brings up the catcher Aaron Kim.
The catcher, number
Aaron Kim replacing Nakagawa behind the plate in this ball game. Alaska defeating the Calgary Dinos by a score of 12-0 in a mercy roll ending. Merchants defeating the Seattle Studs in an 11-1 mercy roll ending earlier today. So big offenses by these teams. This pitch is up high and the count's 1-0. Here's the wind and the delivery. It's a foul ball into the screen. And the count even to 1-1. Jared Maxfield, as mentioned, is one of the Merchants' best pitchers, but he really shines with runners on. Only 9 hits and 6 walks in 72 opportunities with runners on. Here's the pitch. It's lifted, but it's out of play. And we'll do it again. 1-2 the count. One and two. Maxfield looks in, gathers his signs. Here she comes. The pitch, a little outside, and it evens the count at 2-2. Brian Nakagawa on deck. In the hole is Ben McKay. Here's the pitch. Swing and a well-hit ball out to left field, but right at Kobe Blunt, who makes the play on the run for out number 2. That'll bring up Brian Nakagawa.
The designated hitter, number 12, Bryant Nakagawa.
Bryant Nakagawa up to face Jackson Weber. Excuse me, not Jackson Weber, Jared Maxfield. I was off by a line. Maxfield, as mentioned, one of the aces of this team, as this bouncing ball is fouled away. A whip, run plus hits, or walks plus hits per inning pitched of 1.05. Anything near 1 is considered excellent. Here's the pitch. It's delivered. It's a swing and a miss at a breaking ball down low, and the count will go to 2 or to 1 to 0-2. Big gap in right center field with Sam Linscott drifting to his right. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Maxfield looks in, gets the sign that he likes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Maxfield gets his first K of the afternoon. It's a swinging strikeout of Bryant Nakagawa. 3 up, 3 down for the Goldpanners. When we come back, the top of the third inning will be played. Austin Hawk, Sam Linscott, and Bryce Peterson starting it off for your Merchants. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball. Your Merchants lead 2-0. Welcome back. Austin Hawk will lead off the top of the third inning for the Merchants. Walked in the first inning, came around to score on a passed ball. Jared Maxfield and Cameron Walker, despite vastly different score lines. And Books have the same number of pitches through 2 innings. Maxfield and Walker both on 24. This pitch is a called strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Hawk will swing, or Houck rather, swings through a pitch. 0-2 the count to Hawk quickly. Houck, a big swing theory guy, breaking down tape whenever he can on his swings, on other people's swings, and trying to improve him and the team. This is a chopper to shortstop, going to be a tough play. The throw over is in time, and it gets Hawk. Houck is retired. It'll bring up three-hole hitter Sam Linscott, who sacrificed in the first inning.
Sam Linscott.
Infield straight up, outfield shifting in towards center field. Medium depth all the way around. Here's the pitch to Sam. It's taken for a ball inside. Linscott will be followed by Bryce Peterson playing first base. And this ball is taken down low as well. Linscott having a quality year, 338 on the season, leads the team in at-bats and plate appearances. This pitch is lined into the gap. Left center field on the run, and the catch is made on a slide in center field. What a play by the Alaska Goldpanners center fielder to record out number 2. It'll bring up Bryce Peterson, the first baseman. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single, was stranded at third base on a 4-3 double play.
Number 23, Bryce Peterson. There's 2 away.
Bryce Peterson climbs in. He waits for Cam's pitch. Here it comes. It's swung on and lifted down the line, but out of play. A harmless long out, or strike number 1. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. It's a foul tip over the catcher, and the count goes to 0-2. Peterson looking for a hit here. He's had an on and off season with the Merchants, joining the team in Grand Forks. Cam Walker winds and delivers. The 0-2 swung in a soft chopper to the shortstop. The throw over is in time to retire Peterson, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Merchants for the second consecutive inning. When we come back, your Merchants will try to keep the 2-0 lead where it's at. And Jared Maxfield, back on the bump. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to the Grand Forks, or rather, to the Kamloops International Tournament's championship game. Your Merchants lead the Goldpanners by a score of 2-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. We have an explanation for the rule that happens that sent in the first inning that sent Austin Hawk back to third base. If a ball hits an umpire, the batter's awarded first base, the ball is dead, and only runners allowed to advance are runners that are forced up by the single. So that was the right call by the umpiring crew as the first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Maxfield winds and delivers the pitch. It's inside, says the home plate umpire, and the count goes to 1-1. Here's the pitch from Maxfield outside. 2-1 the count. Maxfield does not walk a lot of batters, only 8 all season. But with the 2-1 count, he needs to be careful. A 2-0 lead is nothing against this Goldpanners offense, and this ball is hit on the screws, but right to Kobe Blunt in left field for out number 1. And it'll bring up Tony Riley, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 9, Tony Riley.
Tony Riley, 285 on the season. He hits with 1 out here against Jared Maxfield, who's retired the first 7 batters he's faced. Here's the wind and the pitch from Maxfield. It's a swinging ball on the screws right to Maxfield. What a snag. Over his head, he throws over to Peterson for out number 2. A spectacular play by the pitcher. And he will spring up Grant Delap with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. 8 straight retired by Maxfield. 5 flyouts, a strikeout, and 2 groundouts will bring up Grant Delap here in the 3rd inning with 2 away. Maxfield winds and delivers. The pitch is a called strike. 0-1 the count. Almost no breeze here in Kamloops today in Norbrook Stadium. Ominous clouds hanging close. We will keep an eye on that. This ball fouled away, and the count will go to 0-2. Oh and 2. 2 outs with a 2-0 score line here in the inning, in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This pitch misses low and away, just missing the plate there. And the count is 1-2. Thank you all for watching at home or wherever you're watching Everett Merchants baseball. Reminder that they will play again in Everett on Tuesday. That game will be available here as well at 7:30. 7:05. This pitch fouled away, and the count stays 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung and a lifted ball out to Kobe Blunt. He will make the diving catch for out number 3. A spectacular play by Kobe Blunt. That gets a star in the scoreboard, or in the scorebook. And the out is retired in order. 9 straight retired for Jared Maxfield to start the game. When we come back, Jackson Swim, Riley Parker, and Kobe Blunt up for the Merchants in the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 your scoreline. Merchants lead the Goldpanners here on Championship Sunday. Welcome back to the top of the 4th inning. Jackson Swim leading things off with nobody on. 1 for 1 tonight with a single. Two nothing your score. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted out towards left, but under the ball is the left fielder, and he'll make the play for out number 1. 1 away. I'll bring up Riley Parker. He is yet to record a plate appearance,
Number 44, Riley Parker.
but walked in the first inning. Looking for his first base hit. Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball. Kobe Blunt on deck. He grounded into a double play to end the inning. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 2-0 the count to Riley. A good hitter's count. We'll see if he's able to take advantage. 1 out. Nobody on with a 2-0 score line for your Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called. Finding just the edge of the plate there is Cameron Walker. Wind and the pitch from Walker. It's swung on and lifted. Straight up over is the first baseman, and he camps under it and makes the play for out number 2. Kobe Blunt's up next, the left fielder.
The left fielder, number 8,
Made a tremendous catch in
Blunt.
left field to end the inning. He'll be followed by Altamirano, should he be needed. But first things first, Blunt with 2 away. He's laughing with the umpire in the batter's box before this at-bat begins. Here's the pitch from Walker. It's a high ball, and the count goes to 1-0. One and oh. Walker winds and delivers. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2-0. Two and 0 to Blunt. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner, says the home plate umpire, and the count will go to 2-1. Here's the wind. And the pitch swung on and missed for strike 2, and the count will even. Infield playing straight up. Outfield playing slightly in, but straight up. Altamirano on deck. He would hit next. The last 8 Merchants have been retired. Here's the pitch from Walker. It's a swing and a foul tip, but into the dirt, and we'll do it again. 2-2, 2 outs, 2-0 your score here in the top of the 4th inning. Blunt playing left field to give the Merchants a defensive boost. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count will run full at 3-2. Here's the wind. And the payoff pitch is swung on and fouled back, just enough of that pitch to keep the at-bat alive. As the 8th pitch of the at-bat on the way when Cameron Walker comes home once again. Here's the wind. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Merchants go in order once again, and they'll look to keep the Panners off the scoreboard in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Merchants Baseball. Your Merchants lead 2-0. Welcome back. Leadoff man Griff McCormick leads off the fourth inning. 2-0 Merchants lead. And starting pitcher Jared Maxfield has been incredible, not allowing a base runner through 3 innings. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a foul tip away, and the count goes to 0-1. 6 fly ball outs through the first 9 batters for Jared Maxfield. A high number for a guy who's normally not a contact pitcher, normally a strikeout guy. Here's Maxfield's pitch. Swung on and lifted on the screws, but Linscott is over. He'll make the catch for out number 1. It'll bring up Colin Runge, the third baseman. 0 for 1. He flew out to left in the first pitch of the at-bat. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Merchants looking to keep the score where it's at. Here's the pitch. Strike called, and Maxfield continues to deal. Oh, and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Runge. It's down low and gets away, and the count's even at 1-1. One out. Nobody aboard. Merchants 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Alaska no runs on no hits, no errors. Maxfield looks in, gets the sign. Here's the wind down the pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Jared getting the signs from Diego Altamirano. Infield straight up. Here's the pitch. It's inside, says the home plate umpire. He can't believe it. And the count goes to 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a swinging ground ball. Great play by Nealon. The throw across is not in time. They'll rule that an error. We'll go E3 for the moment and click them ahead. The perfect game watch is over in the third inning. And they're going to rule that a base hit. I don't know about that. But we'll change the book to reflect it, and he'll advance on an error. Error by Peterson at first base. Runner on second brings up Cole Carter. Then the no-hitter and the perfect game end in the same at-bat. Here's the pitch. It's a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1 the count. There's a well-hit ball. Nealon making a good play on it. And we're actually going to switch that to an E5. It was a good throw, but a little off, and was able to get behind Peterson. A normal first baseman might have been able to make that play, but Peterson was not. Here's the play. Runner goes. Or runner bluffs, rather. This ball in the dirt, and the count evens at 1-1. One out, 1 on here in the top or bottom of the fourth inning. 2-0 Merchants lead the Goldpanners, but they threaten for the first time this ballgame. Maxfield steps off and chases the runner back to his spot on second. One out still. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. No runs on a single hit, and no errors for the Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and the count goes to 2-1. Maxfield checks in with Diego, looking for his signs. Gets what he likes. Working from the stretch. Checks the runner. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. It's lifted, but it's out of play. And the count will go to 2-2. First base runner of the night for the Goldpanners is Colin Runge on at second base. Infield shifted in. Chung playing behind the bag. Runner vacates. Here's the pitch. It's lifted high. Down the line but out of play into the bleachers. And we'll keep the count at 1-1. A packed ballpark here tonight for this championship game in Kamloops. Chung bluffs the bag, then vacates. The pitch is lifted, caught by Chung. The line out, robbing a base and likely an RBI from Cole Carter will keep Colin Runge at second base and bring up the center fielder Blake Porter. 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the second baseman. Two outs with a runner on second base. Maxfield trying to work away his first trouble of the game. This pitch is fouled away, and the count goes to 0-1. It's turned into a beautiful day for baseball after what was a very wet weekend. Merchants having to play 3 games before 9 a.m. this tournament just to get the schedule back to where it needed to be. A rough weekend for sleep if you're a member of the Merchants, but they've gotten it done, getting into the championship game and leading through 4.5. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging foul ball, just got a piece of it, and the count goes to 0-2. Oh and 2, 2 outs. We play in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 the Merchants lead the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, and we'll do it again. After 3 innings, both pitchers with identical pitch counts, 33. Maxfield likely laboring more than Walker did. Walker threw 13 pitches in the 4th. But both pitchers working incredibly efficiently through the first 4 innings. On deck is Aaron Kim, should he be necessary. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. And that will retire the side. 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left aboard, but no runs cross the plate for the Goldpanners. When we come back, we'll play the top of the 5th inning. Diego Altamirano, Max Nealon, and Patrick Chung will lead things off. You're watching the championship game here at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Stay with us. Welcome back to Championship Sunday here in Kamloops. Your Merchants lead the Goldpanners 2-0 in the top of the 5th inning with Diego Altamirano up to the plates. Cam Walker still on the mound for the Goldpanners. He's thrown 46 pitches through 4 innings, an incredibly efficient outing for him. Jared Maxfield keeping pace. He's at 50 through 4 pitches. That's pitched down low for a ball. 2-0 the count to Diego Altamirano. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the first baseman. This pitch is grounded up the middle for a base hit. Diego Altamirano gets aboard for the first time today and will bring up Max Nealon with a no-out base runner. 4th hitter today, or 4th Merchant batter today with a base hit, and the 6th to reach overall. Max Nealon up next, 0 for 1 tonight. With runners on base, he's hitting 136 on the season. Looking to improve on that number here with the base knock. Bunt shown, it's away. And it appears that was a no pitch, that was a balk. It'll move ahead. The runner, we'll get confirmation on that, but regardless, Altamirano on at second base. No pitch. We'll start the at-bat over again. Nealon will face an 0-0 pitch. Here she comes. It's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. There's sending Altamirano. He gets home on an RBI single, and the Merchants extend their lead to 3-0. 3-0 your score. Runner on first, nobody out.
The second baseman.
We'll bring up Patrick Chung, the leadoff man. Chung is 1 for 2 tonight with a single he scored and flew out to right field. Cameron Walker on the mound for Alaska, looking to limit the damage with one of the most potent bats in the Collegiate Summer League in his way. 1-0 the count after the ball called. Austin Houck on deck. 3 runs on 5 hits and an error for your Merchants. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. It's a good one. Drag bunt right to the first baseman. He will be tagged out. 3 unassisted, but it'll advance the runner. Ground out there for the outs, but Nealon finds his way to second base on the play. And Austin Houck up with 1 out and a runner on second base. This is a called strike on Austin Houck. Cameron Walker comes set, working from the stretch. 0-1 count, 1 away with a runner on second. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He'll take a strike at the knees. 0-2 the count here in Grand Forks, or here in Kamloops, excuse me. Sorry, folks, it's been a long couple weeks. 0-2 with an out and a runner on second base in Max Nealon. 1 run across already in this inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside on Austin Houck. On deck, Sam Linscott and Bryce Peterson. Following them would be Jackson Swim, but 1 away, and Austin Houck up with a 1-2 count. Merchants offense has been cruising the last 2.5 games. 10 runs against the Angels, 11 against the Studs, and already 3 here in the first 5 innings against these Alaska Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. Swung on a hit up the middle. A single will score Sam Linscott. He comes running in. The throw to the plate is cut off. And an RBI single from Austin Hawk. His first hit of the ball game will score Nealon from second base and give the Merchants a 4-0 lead.
The center fielder, number 22, Sam Linscott.
4-0 Merchants lead, and we'll have a mound visit, bringing the corner infielders and the manager. And while we do, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Everett Merchants baseball. They're threatening to add on more here. 4-0 lead over Alaska in the top of the 5th inning. Welcome back. Mound visit over, and Cameron Walker stays on the bump for the Goldpanners. And Sam Linscott climbs to the dish with 1 on and 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-0, or top of the 5th inning, excuse me. 2 runs on 3 hits and a man on for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. And the count to Linscott goes to 0-1. Merchants hoping to end their 2-week Canadian swing on a good note. Felt cheated out of the Grand Forks title berth, but rebounded well and got to the championship game here. This pitch is a grounder to third. Tough play, only plays to first base, and he will make the play. 5-3 the put out. Will advance the runner to second base, and there's 2 away with Bryce Peterson up and a runner on second base.
The first baseman, number 23, Bryce Peterson. There's 2 away.
Peterson, once again having an on and off year with the Merchants. He'll have games where he goes 3 for 4, and he'll have games where he's 0 for 5. And, well, this is on its way to being a 3 for 4 game with a single and an RBI in the first inning. We're hoping he can find his bat a little more consistently. This is a chopper to second. And the throw over is in time to retire Bryce Peterson. So the inning is over for the Merchants, but not before they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits and leave a man. When we come back, Jared Maxfield climbs back onto the bump and looks to keep dealing. He's thrown a 1-hitter through 4 innings. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Aaron Kim leads off the bottom of the 5th inning with Jared Maxfield still on the bump. He's through 4 innings with 50 pitches thrown. Only 1 base runner allowed. It was on a single followed by an error. An efficient, excellent night for Jared Maxfield. Aaron Kim up to hit for the Alaska Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss by Aaron Kim, and the count goes to 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging foul ball into the netting. Ball retrieved by Nakagawa in the on-deck circle, and the count's 0-2. Maxfield's only 2 Ks in this game, below his average by a decent margin, but he can always jump back into things here. Here's the pitch. It's up high, and the count goes to 1-2. One and two. Here's the pitch from Maxfield. It's on the line and on the run. A diving catch is made by Kobe Blunt. A second spectacular play of the evening by Kobe Blunt. He's in line for the MVP if this game ended now. Hats off to Kobe Blunt for the second consecutive play in left field. He is all over the place in left field. Nakagawa up next. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Maxfield looks in for the sign. Bases empty, 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Infield playing deep. Here's the pitch. It's a foul tip rather, back into the screen, and the count will go to 0-2. Big gap in right center field. Swim playing slightly towards the line, and Linscott playing towards left field. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging foul ball near, or a tip back, nearly into the glove, but Diego couldn't hold on, and we'll do it again. The efficient night continues for Jared Maxfield, looking to keep cruising in this ball game and give his team the KIBT championship. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball into center field. Linscott trotting over. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Another fly out for Sam Linscott. Or excuse me, another fly out for Jared Maxfield. And it'll bring up Ben McKay. While we wait for McKay's at bat, we have a shout out courtesy of Jake Tilley, the first baseman. He wanted to give a shout out to all his friends and family back home. Thank them for watching and supporting him throughout his baseball career, and hopefully listening to this broadcast here tonight so they can hear this message. Jake Tilley thanks his family and friends for all their supports, and we do too, as he's an excellent teammate and a member of this team. We're lucky to have him on the Everett Merchants, as the first pitch misses to Ben McKay, and the count's 0-1, or 1-0 rather. This pitch is swung on and lifted, but out of play, and the count goes to 1-1. An old prop plane flies over the field, and as the train goes by, lots of noises here in Grand Forks. Hopefully the mic is doing a good job of filtering out those noises. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, bunt shown, and it's a good one. Maxfield picks it up, and he bobbles it. We're going to call that a base hit. Maxfield shaking his legs off a little bit. Second hit of the game. Maxfield talking with Diego. Trying to shake it off. He's going to need a minute.
The right fielder.
That's not what you want to see. He's going to get a couple warm-up pitches to see if he is ready to go. We're going to stay here during these pitches, see if Maxfield's able to go. And only 1 pitch is needed. He's good to go. Always scary when you see your starting pitcher go for a bunted ball. and fall down with leg pain, but he's okay. Caden Cornett is warming up in the bullpen, however. He is scheduled for long relief. One of the other Merchant starters, his ERA is under 1 this season. He's having a tremendous year. He will come in relief. So the path does not get easier for the Goldpanners. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. It's popped foul, but out of play. 0-1 the count. Oh and 1, 2 out. And a runner on first base in Ben McKay. Tony Riley, 285 hitter on the Euro for 1, playing right field today. Maxfield looks in and gets the sign. Pickoff moved to first base instead, and that one nearly got him. Bryce Peterson maybe not quite as good at picking those balls as a normal first baseman would be, but a great effort there, and the throw was late. Here's the pitch. It's low and nearly getting away from Diego, but he's able to handle it. 1-1 the count. One and 1, 2 away. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. Beautiful backdrop here in Kamloops. The mountains behind the ballpark, out past the outfield fence. 1-2, 2 away. Runner on first. Here's Maxfield's pitch. It's a ground ball fielded by Parker. The throw over is in time for the outs. 6-3 the ground out, and a tremendous play to end the inning. When we come back, your Merchants will look to add on to their lead. They'll send Jackson Swim, Riley Parker, and Kobe Blunt to the plate. You're watching Everett Merchants baseball. They lead the Alaska Goldpanners 4-0. Welcome back. Jackson Swim will lead off the top of the 6th inning, and he'll take a called strike for the first pitch of the inning. Maxfield able to shake off what appeared to be a leg or groin injury, and this ball is hammered out to right. But it'll be caught on the fly in right field for out number 1, and that'll retire Jackson Swim. Riley Parker up next.
Riley Parker.
Jared Maxfield, as we mentioned, appeared to injure his leg or groin area, going after a bunted ball, and took a warm-up pitch to make sure he was okay. We have no update on his availability, but he's able to get in and finish the inning, so that is always a good sign. This is a strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Parker waits. Here's the little hitch in the windup of the pitcher, Cameron Walker, and the count will go to 1-1. 4-0 your score. 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. No runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Goldpanners. Here's the 1-1 to Parker. It's a ground ball dropping foul down the third base line past a very stoic looking Bo Blacken, the third base coach. Didn't flinch when that ground ball came flying by him. 1-2, 1 away. Nobody on for the Merchants. Everyone playing straight up in the defense. This pitch is lifted to right, or to left, excuse me, Out goes the third baseman, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder. It was a tougher play than it looked, and he got the out to retire Riley Parker. 2 down, and it'll bring up
The left fielder,
Kobe Blunt.
number 8, Kobe Blunt. There's 2 away.
Blunt is 0 for 2 tonight. He's looking to get aboard for the first time this evening. Already made a couple of spectacular plays in left field, earning his spot in the lineup by keeping the defense locked down on that left side. Here's the pitch from Cameron Walker. It's up and in. High and tight, buzzing in the tower is Cameron Walker. On deck is Diego Altamirano. He'll be followed by Max Nealon. Both those batters are 1 for 2. Here's the wind. And the pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. One and one, 2 outs. Kobe Blunt readies for the pitch. Here it comes from Walker. It's swung on a chopper to third base, but foul. And the count goes to 1-2. For Kobe Blunt, as he was dead to rights at first base if the third baseman is able to make that play in foul territory. Or fair territory, rather. 1-2, 2 away. Merchants looking for another insurance run in this 4-0 ball game. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging line shot into right field. It'll get to the fence. Kobe Blunt rounding first, heading for second. He gets on his horse and stops at second base. A good throw. Makes him halt there. And an excellent play, an excellent base hit by Kobe Blunt will bring up Diego Altamirano, a 2-out base runner.
The catcher,
A runner on second base for Diego Altamirano. Cameron Walker still in the bump. He's responsible for all the runners and has allowed all 4 runs to cross the plate in this 4-0 ball game. Walker looks in, checks the runners and comes set. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball up the middle. Does it have eyes? It does not. Altamirano is out at first base. 4-3 the putouts, and that will retire the side. The Merchants get 1 hit. No walks, no runs, and no errors. 1 man left on base. When we come back, we'll play the bottom of the 6th inning. Jared Maxfield heading back out to the mound. We'll play for a championship when we come back. Welcome back. The bottom of the 6th inning here in this KIBT championship game will feature Grant DeLapp to lead it off, facing the starter Jared Maxfield, having a fantastic outing. 65 pitches through 5 innings. Appeared to injure himself on attempting to field a bunted ball, but got up okay and is continuing in this ball game. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called, and the count goes to 0-1. Caden Cornett starting to work the bands in the bullpen. He is scheduled for long relief. Here's the pitch. It's a line shot right to Patrick Chong. What a play for the first out of the inning. Grant Delap has been robbed, and a diving catch made by Kobe Blunt in left field, and a line out to Patrick Chung, both of which should be hits. But excellent defensive plays stole the opportunity from the offensive player. Griffin McCormick up next. He's flown out to Sam Linscott twice and is 0 for 2. Here's Maxfield's pitch. It's a lifted ball. This will help the pitch count. Back is Chung, and he's got it for out number 2. 2 quick outs, and Colin Runge up next. 1 for 2 with that hit, combined with an error to get him to second base. Runge playing third today. Maxfield comes set. Here's the line and the pitch. It's a little high, says the home plate umpire. Only 2 hits allowed in this ball game by Jared Maxfield. An excellent night. Here's the pitch. It's way up and in, and the count goes to 2-0. Maxfield winds and delivers. The pitch. It's low and away, and 3-0 goes the count. Maxfield in danger of losing his first batter of the night with 2 away in the top or in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. It's inside for ball 1. I don't know. Sorry for the short pause there. If there are technical difficulties with the stream, we apologize, as we are working with a wireless hotspot in a nation where, well, U.S. Cellular doesn't work all that great all the time. Runner on first base on a 4-pitch walk with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball foul out of play by Cole Carter. 0-1 the count. 4-0 Merchants lead the Goldpanners in this championship game. Maxfield looks in, checks his runners, and comes set. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Maxfield with a chance to get out of the inning with a K.
There's another Cougar guy right there coming up the stairs.
0-2, 2 outs. From the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball out towards right. Jackson Swim calls everybody off, and he makes the play. 1 runner stranded on no hits and no runs across the plates. When we come back, the Merchants will look to add some insurance runs in the top of the 7th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants baseball. They lead 4-0. Welcome back, and Max Nealon leads off the top of the 7 for your Everett Merchants.
Will beat the third baseman, number 11, Max Nealon.
Nealon playing third base. He is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. He came around to score. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a swinging ball that is fouled back into the netting. And the count goes to 0-1. Cameron Walker continuing to deal on the mound. 70 pitches through 6 innings, an incredible night for Walker, but he's allowed 4 runs. This is a ground ball. It just gets foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Cameron Walker giving up a lot of first pitch hits and getting results early in the count, but the scoreline has not been friendly to him. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's inside, gets off the glove of the catcher, and the count goes to 1-2. The 1-2. Here's the wind and the pitch from Cameron. It's a breaking ball down low and inside, and the count evens at 2-2. Looked a little crossed up maybe, and did the catcher. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a breaking ball fouled away, and the count will stay at 2-2. Two and two, nobody out. Cameron Walker on the bump. The wind. And the 2-2 pitch is a swung ball caught on the fly by the second baseman. And the first out is recorded, robbing the third baseman Max Nealon of a base hit and bring up Patrick Chung, who's 0 for 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and sacrificed in the 5th.
Second baseman, number 12, Patrick Chung.
Chung climbs in. Leading hitter on this Merchants team. He's hitting .375 on the season. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside and low for ball 1. Austin Hawk and Sam Linscott will follow. Gets the sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. And the count evens at 1-1. Merchants are 2 innings away, or 3 defensive innings away from winning this tournament and earning a provisional bid to the NBC tournament. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away, just getting a piece of it, and the count goes to 1-2. The Merchants may or may not elect to go to or to the World Series. It is a large financial burden, and the team will discuss if they get the bid. But first, a line shot down the line. It's a fair ball. Patrick Chung digging for second. He'll get there standing. Thought about third base, but checks up, and a 1-out double puts a base runner on second base, and will bring up Austin Houck.
The designated hitter, number 13, Austin Houck.
Austin Houck up to bat here. In a big spot for the Merchants, a chance to add a very important 5th run to their lead. He'll be followed by Sam Linscott with 1 away. Walker delivers. It's up high, and the count's 1-0. One out. Walker looks in, shakes off a sign, and comes set. Checks the runners and looks in. Here's the pitch. It's outside and low, and the count goes to 2-0 on Austin Houck. 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI and a walk. He came around to score in the first inning. Cameron Walker, long hold. He'll check the sign and come set. Checking the runner. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging foul ball down the third base line. Trevor Quinn goes charging after that ball out of the dugout. It's pulled under the fence and into the bullpen. 2-1 the count. Cameron Walker on the bump. Looking in. Long hold. He gets the count. Working from the stretch. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. 3-1 the count to Austin Houck. here on a beautiful sunny day in Kamloops, British Columbia. A packed ballpark watching your Merchants take on the Goldpanners for the title. Looks in and checks the runners. Pickoff move to second base, nothing doing. Chung was off the plate, but nobody was covering, and there was a slow pickoff move back. Three and one, the count, one away in the top of the seventh inning, working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike, and the count will even. Houck knew it. No argument from him, and the count will go to full. One out, 3-2 count with Patrick Chung on at second base.
Go, Cam!
Long hold, he looks in. Walker gets the sign, working from the stretch, checks the runner. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, 3 called down low. A low strike. Patrick Chung, Austin Houck can't believe it. And it'll bring up Sam Linscott with 2 away.
The center fielder, number 22.
Linscott will be followed by the first baseman Bryce Peterson, should he be needed. Caden Cornett continuing to stretch and warm up in the bullpen, along with another pitcher or two. But I don't see any reason to take out Jared Maxfield. 75 pitches through 6 innings. He's almost certain to come back in. Linscott looking to drive in Chung to get an extra run on the board for your Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging, lacing ball into right field on the run, and he can't make the catch in right field. This one goes all the way to the fence. Sam Linscott charging around. He's coming to third, and he will stop there. It's RBI triple for Sam Linscott on the first pitch he sees, and your Merchants lead by a score of 5-0.
The first baseman, number 23, Bryce Peterson.
Bryce Peterson leads, or rather, hits with 2 outs and a runner on third base. 5-0 the score. He's 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a single. Jackson Swim in the on-deck circle. He's up next. Runner bluffs down the line, and this pitch is a ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. Peterson readies. Looking for an RBI with a hit. Here's the pitch. Check swing. It's a strike called. And the count will go to 1-1. Waves off the signs. Walker gets what he likes. Here's the pitch. It's down low. It's not. It's a strike at the knees. And the count goes to 1-2. 2 away with a runner on third base. Bryce Peterson looking for his second RBI of the game and his second hit of the afternoon. We're an hour and a half into this ball game. A very quick game in this championship Sunday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a check swing. Strike 3 called. And that will retire the side. But the Merchants pick up a run on 2 base hits and leave a man stranded. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, we'll likely see Jared Maxfield try to keep the lead safe from the Alaska Goldpanners. Your Merchants lead 5-0. Stay with us. Welcome back. Jared Maxfield staying in the ball game. He'll face the Goldpanners' Blake Porter in the bottom of the 7th inning, leading 5-0. The first pitch misses for a ball. Maxfield through 6 innings has 75 pitches thrown and only 2 walks, or two hits and a walk given up. Only 3 base runners, 3 over the minimum. This pitch is fouled off down the line and out of play. And the count runs to 1-1. As I mentioned before, that a win in this game would give the Merchants, as this pitch is fouled away, will give the Merchants a bid to the NBC World Series should they accept it. It is a very expensive tournament to attend, and the Merchants are a bit strapped for cash this year, so they may not attend the tournament. The games will be available over broadcasts, whether they are by me or by the NBC broadcasters in Wichita. We will wait and see. Here's the pitch from Maxfield. It's a swing and a foul away, and we'll do it again. One and 2 the count to Blake Porter. Maxfield dealing. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball foul, and we'll go again. Just a piece of it by Blake Porter several times in this at bat. A little closer to fair each time. Maxfield delivers. This is a ground ball. Nealon plays it on a hop. The throw over is in time for the first out of the inning. 5-3 the putout, and it'll bring up Aaron Kim, the catcher.
The catcher, number 28, Aaron Kim.
Kim is 0 for 2 tonight, flown out to left twice. We play at the bottom of the 8th inning. Your Merchants lead 5-0 in this championship game at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Maxfield delivers. The first pitch to Kim. It's a check swing strike on the outside part of the plate. And the count goes to 0-1. 0-1 as the sun shines down on this beautiful Norbrook Stadium. Here's Maxfield's pitch. It's swung on and fouled away into the roof of this ballpark, and the count goes to 0-2. And by roof on this ballpark, I do not mean over the ballpark, as that would have kept our games on schedule all week. I mean the roof above the grandstands. 0-2 the count, 1 away. Nobody on. 5-0 lead for the Merchants. This pitch is lifted straight up. Diego Altamirano is back, and he will make the catch in the warning track for out number 2, and that'll bring up Bryant Nakagawa, with 2 away in the 7th inning.
Designated hitter, number 12, Bryant Nakagawa.
Nealon and Maxfield having a quick discussion out on the mound. He'll get the ball back and begin work against Nakagawa. Pitch is lifted. Down the line, this is playable for Nealon. He's over, running out of room now, and makes the catch at the screen for out number 3, and that will retire the side in a quick, efficient 1-2-3 inning for the Merchants. They'll look to add on in the bottom, or the top of the 8th inning. Stay with us. Your Merchants lead the Goldpanners by a score of 5-0. Welcome back. Jackson Swim will lead off the bottom or the top of the 8th inning against new pitcher Zach Johnson. Cameron Walker's night is over.
Jackson Swim.
91 pitches through 7 innings. Johnson will take over and face the always lethal Jackson Swim. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a foul away, and the count goes to 0-1. Riley Parker on deck, followed by Kobe Blunt. Here she comes. The pitch is taken inside for a strike. Inside part of the plate, just caught it. Friendly discussion between Jackson and the home plate umpire, discussing where that pitch was actually located. Right side playing back. Here's the pitch. It's away, and the count goes to 1-2. One and two. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging chopper, but foul, and it'll stay 1-2 on Jackson Swim. Johnson comes and delivers the pitch up and in. 2-2 the count now on Swim. He was 1 for 3 tonight. One of only 5, or two of only, he has two of the 6 flyouts of the evening for the Merchants. And this one's popped out of play, but it'll get out and beyond the stadium and be a harmless foul ball. Here's the pitch from Johnson. It's in the dirt, and the count will fill at 3-2. A battle of an at-bat here for Jackson Swim. 8th pitch coming up. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted, hit on the screws, but right to the center fielder. He'll sit under it and make the catch for out number 1. 1 away. It'll bring up Riley Parker, the shortstop for the Merchants.
The shortstop, number 44, Riley Parker.
Parker is 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of pop-outs. He did walk and was erased in a double play. Excellent shortstop for the Merchants, looking to get aboard. Here's the pitch. It's a lacing foul ball, out of play and into the beer garden for a harmless strike number 1. Merchants will likely send Jared Maxfield back out, only 85 pitches through 7 innings. He's been the model of efficiency here tonight. Here's the pitch. It's called a ball. And the count goes to 1-1. Here's the pitch, fouled away. 1-2 the counts now. Johnson working quickly. Parker takes a deep breath and steps back in. 5-0 lead, but insurance runs never hurt. Here's the pitch from Johnson. It's a swinging, lacing ball. Down the line, overs the first baseman. He is there and makes the play just shy of the warning track for out number 2, excuse me. And it'll bring up Kobe Blunt, 1 for 3 tonight with a double in the 6th inning. Merchants are the home run short of the cycle as a team in this ball game.
The left fielder,
Maybe Kobe Blunt will hit his first of the year right here. Put it over the ivy fence in left field and get the Merchants another run. This pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Nearing the 2-hour mark on this baseball game. Here's the pitch. Down low, but a called strike, and the count's quickly 0-2. I'd like to thank you all for watching wherever you watch Everett Merchants baseball. Reminder that the team will be returning home to face against the Highline Bears on Tuesday. That game at 7:05, available right here on YouTube. That ball outside, and the count goes to 1-2. 1-2, 2 away, and the base is clear. Infield straight up with the left side playing slightly in. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count will even at 2-2. Diego Altamirano on deck should he be needed. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's low and inside, and the count runs full at 3-2. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper right to the shortstop. The throw over in time for the outs, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Merchants. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score 5-0 Merchants over the Goldpanners. Welcome back. Jared Maxfield back on the bump for the Merchants. And he'll face Ben McKay.
Number 7, Ben McKay.
Here's the pitch. It's outside, but a strike called. And a good pitch there to start off this inning by Jared Maxfield. Maxfield, only 85 pitches through 7 innings. He's back for the 8th. Here's Maxfield's pitch. It's low and inside for a ball, and the count will even at 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted into the gap in left center field on the run, and a beautiful catch made in center field by Sam Westcott. He got on his horse and got to the gap in time to cut off that ball, and he'll retire the first out, or he'll record the first out of the inning and bring up Tony Riley.
The right fielder, number 9, Tony Riley.
Here's the first pitch to Riley. It's a called strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Here's the pitch. It's up high, and the count is now 1-1. Merchants looking to keep charging through this game. They're working well. This pitch inside, and the count goes to 2-1. Merchants in an excellent position to win this tournament here in this ball game. The pitch is another ball called. 3-1 with 1 away, and Grant DeLapp up next. He's 0 for 2. Here's the wind and the pitch from Maxfield. It's a ground ball past the diving Nealon, and a base hit in the left field. 1 on, 1 away for the Goldpanners. Grant DeLapp up next. We play in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-0, your Merchants still lead. Big off move, not in time to first base. This pitch fouled up. Is it playable? It is not. And the first pitch of the at-bat is a foul ball. And the count goes to 0-1.
You weren't going to say nothing, were you? I thought it was Christmas.
Maxfield looks in the pitch. The 0-1 is lifted high in the air to Sam Linscott. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Second fly out of the inning to Swim, and he'll bring up leadoff man Griffin McCormick.
Off in the order, the first baseman.
McCormick.
Number 11, Griffin McCormick.
McCormick is 0 for 3 tonight with 3 flyouts. Needs to advance the runner here as the Goldpanners down to their final 4 outs. This ball in the dirt, and the count goes to 0-1. I'd like to once again thank our viewers for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball, and your team looks to compete for a championship, and they are on the verge of winning their first of the season. Here's the pitch. Throw over is not in time as Tony Riley dives back to the bag. McCormick playing first base, as mentioned, 0 for 3. Here's Maxfield's pitch. It's a strike called, and the count goes to 1-1. 1-1, 2 away in this bottom of the 8th inning. Merchants on the brink of winning the KIBT championship for the 2nd year in a row. This pitch is outside. 2-1 the count. Colin Runge is up next. McCormick climbs back in. Lefty bat. Facing up against Maxfield. Maxfield looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's up and in, buzzing the tower. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a swing foul ball. Out of play down the left field side, and we'll do it again. The count is 3-2. 3-2. Jared Maxfield continues to cruise in this ball game, but he needs to be careful. The runner on. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike 3, and that will end the inning. Jared Maxfield threw 8 spectacular innings, allowed only 3 hits and 1 walk, no runs across the board. When we come back, we'll play the top of the 9th inning. Your Merchants an inning away for winning the KIBT championship. Welcome back. Top of the ninth inning is led off by Diego Altamirano. Merchants looking to add on in some insurance runs here as they face up against Zach Johnson in what's been a pitcher's duel all the way. 5-0 the score, but really the starter Cameron Walker pitched much better than that. Merchants just able to find the gaps in the defense and drive in runs when they had the opportunity. First pitch was called a strike to Diego. On deck is Max Nealon. He'll be followed by Chung. This pitch is grounded up the middle for a base hit. A leadoff single for Diego Altamirano will bring up Max Nealon.
The third baseman, number 11, Max Nealon.
Nealon up. Looking to drive ahead Altamirano, who's on first, no one away. In the top of the ninth inning. 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. No runs on 3 hits, and no errors for Alaska. Here's the pitch, bunt shown. It's down, and it's a beauty. Nealon up, and he's over in time, but he is retired. Sacrifice bunts. 1-3 goes the putout, and it'll move up the runner to second base. Put the 6th run in scoring position with leadoff man Patrick Chung up next.
The second baseman, number 12, Patrick Chung.
Chung is 2 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice. Up next would be Austin Houck. 1 away, a runner on second base. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ground ball right to the first baseman. He'll take it himself, a 3 unassisted ground out. With 2 away, there'll be a runner on third base as Altamirano moved up with the throw. And Austin Houck up to bat. He's 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a run scored after a walk. Houck would be followed by Sam Linscott and Bryce Peterson. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt for strike number 1. Houck looks at a ball outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Here's the pitch. Houck fouls it off, and the count will go to 1-2. Houck has had a decent number of quality at bats, struck out on a full count in the 7th, but also drew a walk and had an RBI single. Was able to score on a passed ball. Top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside and away. Nice block there to keep Altamirano at third base. 5-0 the score in the top of the 9th inning. Two outs. Runner on third base is Altamirano, and Houck calls time, or excuse me, the pitcher calls time to get a new baseball. Houck on. Ready to drive in the run at third. Here's the pitch to Houck. It's up and in, and the count runs full. Three and two the count. Linscott on deck. Peterson and Swim behind him. But first things first, a full count pitch to Austin Houck with 2 outs and a runner on third. Austin readies. Here's the pitch from Johnson. It's swung on and fouled away, and we'll go again. Merchants looking to turn it over to their staff to close this game out. Here's the pitch. It's swung on into a chopper. Tough play. Third baseman can't make the play. It's a base hit for Austin Houck, and the run at third base. Runners on the corners with 2 away, and it'll bring up Sam Linscott to the plate.
The center fielder, number 22, Sam Linscott.
Sam Linscott looking to drive in an extra run for the Merchants. They lead 5-0, 5 runs on 11 hits and an error against. No runs on 3 hits and no errors for your Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. 0-1. 2 away, 2 on. In the top of the 9th inning, 5-0 Merchant lead. Here's the pitch. It's a little bit low, and the count will even at 1-1. The pitch, it's a little bit low, and the count will even. Or rather, will run to 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's down low as well. 3-1 the count, and it'll bring Bryce Peterson to the dish should Sam Linscott's reach. Linscott arguing that was low. 3-1 the count, as the scoreboard is wrong. That's what he was asking about. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ball up the middle, a base hit, and your Merchants will add on another and bring up Bryce Peterson with a chance to drive in another run. The score is now 6-0 Merchants over the Goldpanners, and they can taste the championship now. Peterson 1 for 4 tonight. Looking for a base knock. Talking to the home plate umpire as there's a mound visit going on. Jackson Swim in the on-deck circle. And a discussion being had. Goldpanners
Does anybody up there have
can't allow
50 tickets?
another run here if they want a chance to win this
Would
game.
anybody like to win $600?
2 outs. 6-0 the score line.
Until after this inning ends.
Jackson Swim in the on-deck circle. He'd be next. 2 runners on. Merchants up 6-0. And they can feel it now, but they need to stay in this ball game. This ball is lifted out to right. An easy play will be made in right field, and that will retire the side. But the Merchants pick up a run on 3 hits and leave 2 aboard. When we come back, the bottom of the 9th inning, your Merchants will look to close this game out and beat the Alaska Goldpanners to win the championship. And out comes Jared Maxfield to complete the game. We'll see if he can do it when we come back. Welcome back. Jared Maxfield looking to close this game out. He has a 6-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning and will face Colin Runge, a fan favorite here in Kamloops. The first pitch to Runge is popped up. That's playable in the triangle, and the catch is not made. And E4 will put Colin Runge on second base. And the Alaska Goldpanners have new life. Caden Cornett is ready to go in the bullpen should he be needed. That'll bring up Cole Carter.
Cole Carter.
Go, Cole.
Cole Carter waits. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ground ball right to Chung. He makes this play. The throw over is in time for the out, but it'll move up the runner to third base, and Goldpanners threaten with one out in the bottom of the ninth inning.
The center fielder.
101 pitches for Jared Maxfield entering this ball game, or entering this inning rather. And he'll face Blake Porter, the cleanup man, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Blake Porter readies. Here's the pitch from Maxfield. It's a foul tip, and the count's 0-1. Porter climbs back in. Goldpanners down to their final 2 outs in this championship game. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to second. That'll score a run, but the throw over to Peterson is in time to record the out. A run scores, but the Merchants are 1 out away from winning this championship. An unearned run for the Goldpanners. And the score is now 6-1, but they're down to their final out. Merchants with a 5-run lead here in this ball game. Aaron Kim 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch is lifted. This could do it. Under it is Chung. Calling him off is Jackson Swim, and he makes the catch. And that is your ball game. The Merchants are KIBT champions, and they defend their title. Jared Maxfield goes 9 complete innings, giving up only 3 hits. What a tremendous game from Jared Maxfield, and this Merchants team wins the KIBT championship, giving up only 1 earned run through 9 innings. A fantastic game. 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error for the Merchants, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for the Goldpanners, and your Merchants defends their KIBT title as they congratulate their opponents, the Alaska Goldpanners. A tremendous effort by the Goldpanners, but just not quite enough to defeat this Merchants team. Folks, when we come back, your Merchants will, the next time we see you, we will be back in the United States of America, and we'll take on the Highline Bears on Tuesday at 7:05. We hope to see you then. Until then, this is Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants, signing off for now. Have a good night, everybody.